Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Wednesday, July 15, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, Belize receives first safe third country transferee. BEL issues 2 load shedding advisories in less than a month. PM says he supports SSB's intent to invest in Hydro Belize, and residents concerned about extreme flooding from elevated drainage along George Price Highway. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
When the power goes out, life is disrupted. Be prepared and keep your home powered up with a generator from Benquip. We carry brands such as Honda, Kohler, and JCB. Schedule your installation, maintenance, and assessment to keep your generator ready and waiting to protect your family and home the next time the power fails. Stay in control of your power with a generator from Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
I've always been fascinated with gemstones. It's all about taking nature's beauty and creating something uniquely beautiful. I've had inspiration from the Belize Blue Bull, the beaches, the Jaguar. I've launched a new product called Co-Design with Deb, and Atlantic Bank's e-commerce system has opened the door to my international customers so I can receive payments so they can have their custom pieces shipped to them.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
It is a distinct honor to be here in Belize for the launch of the Caribbean Development Bank's Basic Needs Trust Fund 11th program, BNTF 11. For more than 4 decades, BNTF has stood as one of the bank's most visible and impactful instruments for community-based poverty reduction. Here in Belize, the legacy is clear. Over the past 25 years, BNTF has completed 79 sub-projects in vulnerable communities at an estimated cost of $23.79 million United States dollars. Through BNTF 11, we have begun a new cycle of investments. This investment of more than $5.2 million United States dollars represents far more than approved financing. It represents a renewed commitment.
BNTF has supported transformative investments in education, water and sanitation, community infrastructure, livelihoods, and social development. Through BNTF 11, we have an opportunity to build on that legacy by ensuring that our investments respond directly to the needs of our people, particularly the most vulnerable among us.
The new school building has made a huge difference for me and my classmates. The improvement to our school have made our learning environment cleaner, safer, and more comfortable. Thank you to the Caribbean Development Bank, with the Social Investment Fund, the government, and everyone else who helped.
No one must be left behind. Not that child attending school in rural Toledo, not the farmer in Orange Rock, not the family in Corozal, not the communities that continue to face challenges accessing basic services.
You're up against some tough challenges, but not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now, introducing Ridgeline Lubricants, a homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
When the power goes out, life is disrupted. Be prepared and keep your home powered up with a generator from Benquip. We carry brands such as Honda, Kohler, and JCB. Schedule your installation, maintenance, and assessment to keep your generator ready and waiting to protect your family and home the next time the power fails. Stay in control of your power with a generator from Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Belize has received its first safe third country transferee. The 41-year-old Haitian national arrived in country on Friday, though reports are that a total of 3 Haitian nationals were set to arrive in Belize as part of the agreement with the United States government. However, a Belize official has said that one of the other 2 transferees chose to return to his home country instead, and the other opted to make one last bid to extend his stay in the U.S. Belize is requesting that prior to any transfer, at least 72 hours notice be given, along with documentation that includes the transferee's travel documents, medical certificates, and police report to assist with vetting. Once in Belize, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, UNHCR, handles each case, providing the financing the transferee require, including food and shelter. According to Foreign Affairs CEO Oscar Arnold, Belize has denied some transferees in the last few months. Belize signed a safe third country agreement with the U.S. in October 2025. On Tuesday night, Belize Electricity Limited issued a power supply advisory warning of tentative load shedding in multiple parts of the country, including the north and south and the Belize district. It is the second time an advisory is being issued in less than a month, and on both occasions it is due to Mexico's CFE informing BEL that it may need to curtail power due to high demand on their end. On the last occasion, on June 19, BEL issued the advisory when load shedding had already started, and BEL officials said CFE experienced damage at one of their substations due to lightning. Since the beginning of the month, there have been protests in Quintana Roo against CFE due to power outages there. On July 3rd, when BEL held a media energy workshop, BEL chairman Lin Young said he was aware of the protests.
Yes, we know of the challenges that's happening in CFE, and really and truly, it's not only CFE. Events throughout the world right now is driving up fuel prices, logistics problems with delivering fuel. There's a lot of challenges there. What we have done is that we are renting about 20 megawatts of generation that we are putting in place at Westlake to cover us so that in the event CFE cannot supply, we can meet it. We had hoped to have that online this month, but again, the war and stuff kind of caught up with us. Some of the deliveries that were supposed to happen got caught up in that whole shipping problem, and so it's late on delivery. So we expect to have that emergency power online around the mid to end of August. Once that comes online and we are not exposed, we won't be as exposed to the CFE situation. We are also looking to try to meet with the IPPs, Babcock, Belcogen, Santander, to see if there's a way that we can enhance the in-country generation in the short term. And of course, we have some long-term projects in place to bring in grid-connected solar. So we're taking the steps necessary to try to deal with the short term through the emergency power, and then we have these projects that will deal with it in the long term.
Today, Prime Minister John Bersenio weighed in on the issue and explained the government's plan to prevent further load shedding.
Well, that has always been a problem from since 2000 and from 2024. As we know, Belize has been, the demand for electricity has been growing exceedingly fast. And likewise, in the southern part of Mexico, they're having the same problems. They should have had a 1.2 gigawatts of electricity already online, but they seem to be having a lot of problems in getting that. I think the plants have been built in Mexico, but now they're having problems on how they can get the natural gas to them to power up or fire up those plants. So we are in conversation with them, but at the same time we are also taking our own precautions. We're happy that it's raining, so the dam is starting to fill up again, so we'll be able to get some more electricity from them. We also, BL had signed on with a company to be able to have a standby generator. The generator should have been here from the month towards the end of May, I think. But because of the war in Iraq, it has messed up the shipping, and that is why we have not gotten it by now. We're hoping that by the end of the month or sometime next month, that standby generator will be here. Once that standby generator is in Belize, so whenever there's any kind of load shedding, then we will be able to fire that up for us to be able to ensure that we don't have any load shedding in Belize.
So these short-term measures could potentially eliminate load shedding altogether in Belize and prevent these blackouts?
Well, that is the expectation. And also, as you all know, we have already have called for or have done requests for proposals for solar. And we expect that sometime by the middle of next year, at the very latest, the end of next year, we're going to have a lot more solar into the system.
The Prime Minister of Belize, Honorable John Briceño, previously indicated that the audit of the National Defense Ministry should be completed in 3 months. However, an expert has said that time frame is too short for an audit spanning a decade. Today, the PM was asked if an update can be provided and if the target of 3 months is still feasible.
No, we can't. We can't. I don't talk to the auditor, to the Auditor General. She's independent and she's doing her own job. She has been going meticulously through. I mean, it's a lot of files because on invoices and the POs, what they refer to as the POs, the purchase orders, and the contracts. It's a lot of work, and they're compiling them. That's what the last I know from the CEO, and whenever she has a report, then she make it available.
You indicated that the audit will go back to 2015. Has this resulted in a request from the office for additional time than the initial 3 months indicated?
Well, I think it's important for us, for Belizeans to know we're looking at what has happened during our time, but it's also important to be able to take a look back. And I believe that we can go back as far as 2015. I don't think that has been officially said to the Auditor General, but I will ask if the Financial Secretary to speak with her and also to request that we go back all the way to 2015. I think that a lot has been said, and there's this impression as if, this money has been paid and the soldiers and the Coast Guard are not getting food. If you want to be objective, every soldier will tell you that today they're eating way better than they did before we came into government. I met with the commandant, or the commander for the Coast Guard and the commander for the BDF on Monday for the first time, along with the CEO, to be able to discuss these issues. And one of the issues what the commander for the Coast Guard was making is that because of the poor food that they were getting earlier, all of this packaged food, canned food, is high in sodium content, that a lot of us, our Coast Guard, are suffering from hypertension or high blood pressure. And unfortunately, an officer died just not too far ago, not too long ago. And I think about 2 or 3 of them also have gotten a stroke because of that. So we have to ensure that they eat healthy, because
as reported on Monday, the Social Security Board plans to acquire 689,655 shares in Hydro Belize Limited, valued at just under $20 million. It is a secondary market acquisition since the shares are being bought from another investor, Atlantic Investment Management Services Limited, at $29 per share. If the new $20 million acquisition is approved, SSB's total shareholding in Hydro Belize would rise to just over 2 million ordinary shares, with earlier purchases this year totaling $40.7 million. When questioned today, Prime Minister John Briceño said he believes it is a good plan and supports it.
It is a good investment. As you all know, Social Security, the last time I checked, had over $100+ million, and they need to put that money to work. If they can't invest that money, by 2030, they will have to raise contributions. And they look for solid investment that would bring at the minimum a 5% rate of return. Unfortunately, BTL is nowhere near that, and we have to try to find ways how we can fix that. But with Hydro Belize, from the prospectus, they're saying that they expect 10% or probably as much as 12% dividends on a yearly basis. So it is a good investment, and it's an investment that we support.
After the break, are there diminishing returns to the $6 million Coastal Plains Highway savings? Stay with us.
Look here, your kitchen light there, and never in the kitchen. But I'm going back in there right now. And the coffee maker? Just to try to keep me the coffee warm for later. What do you do now? I'll try to think about what to eat. You know, the more you open or close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool. For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now? No. Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 socks and 1 shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads? But this is my favorite shirt. You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC, they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
No one should be up at this time. If you're still up, it's not you. It's your mattress. Because the right mattress changes everything. Sherwood Bedding Luxury Resort Pillow Top Mattress. Sleep better, wake better. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today? I'm so stressed out. Okay, I'm saying I can help right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay? Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
For 5 decades, Caribbean Shipping Agencies Limited has stood at the forefront of Belize's maritime industry, connecting Belize to the world. Founded in 1976 by Mr. Stanley Longsworth Sr., he developed a wholly Belizean-owned, family-operated enterprise led by himself, his wife Laura, and his beloved brother, John Jack Longsworth Sr. Under the stewardship of these directors and supported by a team of dedicated staff, the company quickly earned its reputation as Belize's premier shipping agency. A partnership that has stood the test of time was formed in 1981 with our principal client, Hyber Limited and Hyde Shipping Corporation. What initially began as a bi-monthly cargo service evolved into weekly and now bi-weekly vessel calls, delivering the flexibility and reliability needed in today's competitive global economy. Together, Caribbean Shipping Agencies and Hyde Shipping Corporation have built their success through exceptional customer service and dependable shipping solutions. Over the years, Caribbean Shipping Agencies has expanded far beyond traditional cargo services. Operating throughout Belize's maritime boundaries, Caribbean Shipping Agencies delivers professional maritime services not only at our principal commercial ports located in Belize City and at the port of Big Creek, but also at our offshore islands and remote destinations. Caribbean Shipping Agencies has played an integral role in the establishment and continued growth of cruise tourism in Belize. Proudly acting as port agents for most of the industry's largest and most innovative cruise operators, such as the Royal Caribbean Group, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, and MSC Cruises, to name a few.
50 years of exceptional service and the experience garnered has allowed our company to become Belize's largest and most well-rounded shipping agency, specializing in attending to vessels of all types, including containerized and bulk carriers, fuel tankers, cruise ships, military vessels, project vessels, and even private and commercial motor yachts. Additionally, we provide stevedoring consultancy and operational management services to importers of bulk cargoes such as wheat, fertilizer, steel, and project cargoes. For us, it's critically important that moving forward, we not only preserve the vision and protect the legacy established by my father, but as a company, that we are prepared to grow and evolve to ensure that we remain a principal stakeholder in an ever-changing and dynamic local and global maritime community.
With experienced leadership, dedicated staff, and a tradition built on excellence, Caribbean Shipping Agencies Limited remains committed to serving Belize and the global maritime community for generations to come. Caribbean Shipping Agencies Limited, proudly Belizean, trusted worldwide.
Hello Belize, if you're looking for the perfect home air conditioner, then listen up. First, choose the right tonnage. Correct sizing means perfect cooling and much lower electricity bills. Now, look for efficiency. GREE uses AI-driven performance to optimize cooling and fight high energy costs. Lastly, don't just cool your air. Clean it. Demand health-focused air treatment and smart connected features. Get the global leader in smart home comfort. Contact us today to find your perfect GREE AC.
This is the general. DJ coming again. Yeah, yeah. DJ zone. DJ zone. Yo, hey. Take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wait right there.
Part of the ongoing upgrade of the George Price Highway between Fawbers Road and Western Avenue includes raising sections of the roadway and installing new side drains. Some residents have noticed that the new drains will sit significantly higher than their low-lying properties. That has raised concerns about the potential for extreme flooding in their yards. Here's what the chief engineer, Avondale Moody, said when we asked about it.
We are building line sidewalk side drains to accommodate runoff from the highway. The drains that you see there being constructed appears to be higher than the existing road because the existing road has to be raised, right? As you may recall, and as you may be aware, that area, especially between the cemetery, Western Avenue and Fawbers Road, has always been inundated and with floodwaters. And that is because, if you are aware, there's going west, there's Crewman Lagoon on the left-hand side. And then there's another lagoon area behind Leslie's on the right-hand side going towards Fawbers Road. Both those catchment area were original catchment area to pick up runoff for that area in the city. Those areas have been reclaimed. People live in those areas now. And so right now there's nowhere for the water to go. And that water goes back to the highway. So what we have to do, we have to build new line sidewalk side drains along the section of the highway on both sides. And so the road would be raised within that area to accommodate those drains. And then behind those box drains that we're building, there's still an easement for a secondary drain that will be there to pick up runoff from the properties, because all those properties on the left-hand side and the right-hand side are extremely low. And so what we're doing along the highway is increasing the elevation of the road to ensure that the road does not flood. And behind the drains also, we have weep holes that will be able to pick up runoff from the properties that could lead into the drain. However, you have to be mindful that those properties, as I said before, are very, very low. And the only way those could be completely alleviated from for water is if they raise their property, but that would be completely difficult to do.
Wow. Have you assessed how many people will be impacted?
We believe that it's only at the beginning where you have the PDF outpost going past Mirab towards, I think, about Leslie's. Everything else has a drain behind that will be able to pick up that runoff. All properties will have an access ramp going into their properties.
The upgrade of the coastal road began in early 2020 under the UDP and was completed in July 2023 by the first Briseno administration, which touted $6 million in savings on the project. Since then, the thoroughfare, renamed the Coastal Plains Highway, has required repairs due to flooding. This week, the government's chief engineer, Avondale Moody, pushed back on criticism that those savings came with diminishing returns.
No, not necessarily, because the savings that we have always been speaking about, those were savings that were used for the upgrading of Gales Point Road, Gales Point Manatee Road, and also the other access, I don't remember the name of the road, but we did 2 new roads going into that area that provide access for residents. And so that hasn't had any diminishing return on what we have done on Coastal. For the most part, honestly, Coastal has performed well from what we've seen. What has occurred in the areas that we have had problems in Coastal is where we have had deforestation occurring, and that excessive water is what has crossed the highway. Those areas were never contemplated within the design because of that deforestation that has occurred after the works were completed.
There has been serious indignation over the recent interaction some tourists had with a jaguar cub in the Mountain Pine Ridge Forest Reserve. A video was uploaded to social media showing a man petting a jaguar cub, which had been separated from its mother on the approach of the tourist vehicle. The mother and cub had been in the middle of the road, but the two went on either side of the road. One tourist took the opportunity to go behind the cub, which was trying to get away and was clearly frightened. Another tourist expressed the desire to hold the baby jaguar. While it was framed as an unforgettable experience in the wild, the Forest Department has advised that it was illegal behavior and constitutes an offense under the Wildlife Protection Act. The law defines to hunt as, quote, to kill, take, or molest by any method and includes attempting to kill, take, or molest by any method any species of wildlife, end quote. The post has since been deleted and the department has, so far, been unable to locate the men as part of their investigation. The department advises the public that wildlife should be observed from a safe distance and should never be touched, fed, chased, or handled. Specifically, there should not be any interference with mothers and their young. The department says the incident could have easily resulted in serious injuries or loss of life, as female jaguars are highly protective of their young and may respond aggressively when they perceive a threat. The Belizean music community is still reeling following the passing of prolific producer and musician Ken Doyle Kenny Simpson, who passed away on Sunday after a 2-year private battle with cancer. Earlier today, we spoke with famed Belizean artist Ernestine Carballo, who said she worked along with Kenny from the beginning. She reflected on his impact on her career and that of other local artists.
It is very
Ernestine also spoke of his regional accolades and his love for drumming and sharing knowledge with others.
a drummer, a phenomenal drummer. You know, I called him a music genius. I mean, he was just called and chosen by our Creator, the Most High God, that instilled upon him and has blessed him with all these gifts that was through the roof international. And then also he won 2 monarchs in Guyana this year and last year. So you're talking about not just a Belizean, but a Belizean that has impacted so many lives through music and the world.
And then he was also a good teacher.
He was also a teacher, and he always loved to share his information, because he was the one that first showed me how to get my first PayPal, you know, and how to register our music and how to copyright our music, you know, because, you know, Belize don't really have that platform. So he would show us in details with Dane and Paul, you know, how to do and copyright our music so it can benefit us for the future. Like when I get old, or when we get old and we have something to come in, like a revenue coming in that could benefit us.
Ernestine also shared how she would want the Belizean music community to honor Kenny's legacy.
I would love to see Belize get the copyright. That's the first thing I like to see, so that whatever music plays on the radio or whatever commercial, because that's what his biggest dream was, to have us get paid our royalties and our rights to our music. So that would be the first start. And the next thing, he also was a big fanatic of selling his beats online. So I think and believe the next thing he would want is for every artist, every musician to get signed up and, you know, get their music through the proper channel, through copywriting and registering, and just see all of us musicians get that platform and that door open to us to go outside and represent Belize in all the festivals. I mean, there are so many countries that has reggae festival, that has Buckdown festival, that has all these rich cultural festivals. To get us out, I'm playing to the government of Belize, I'm playing to the BTB and Econich to make it happen for us, so that we can see and feel what it feels like to go out and represent in all these festivals. Lastly, I would like to send my heartfelt condolences to Kendall Simpson's mom, Miss Denise, his dad, his sister Tiffany, her son, his beautiful wife Annika and his daughter, and the music family, Center Stage Band, and every artist and musician that he has impacted locally and internationally.
After the break, Belize advances to gold medal match at men's volleyball Final Four. Stay tuned.
El evento de fútbol más grande del mundo por fin llegó y Smart te invita a vivir toda la emoción del mundial. Antes de que empiece cada partido, predice quién se lleva la victoria. Entre más predicciones hagas, más oportunidades acumulas. Suma un punto cuando le aciertes al equipo ganador y si le atinas al marcador exacto, obtienes hasta 4 puntos. La persona con más puntos al terminar el mundial se lleva $2,500 en efectivo. Y eso no es todo. También habrá premios semanales durante toda la competencia. Además, el líder de los cuartos de final se lleva un paquete completo para armar su Watch Party. Participa directamente desde la app de Smart por solo 50 centavos por participación. Las predicciones estarán disponibles del 1 de junio al 18 de julio del 2026. No solo veas el mundial, vívelo con Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
I've always been fascinated with gemstones. It's all about taking nature's beauty and creating something uniquely beautiful. I've had inspiration from the Belize Blue Bull, the beaches, the jaguar. I've launched a new product called Co-Design with Deb, and Atlantic Bank's e-commerce system has opened the door to my international customers so I can receive payments so they can have their custom pieces shipped to them.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Today will be the inauguration of the backup water system. This will be able to assist the Pomona Water Board to expand, and if they get breakdown with the current system, this can also be a backup. There are times when, especially in the dry season, when the current system might run low or might run dry, and that by itself creates a problem to fetch water. So we are hopeful that if this is not used as much right now, when the other system runs low, this will kick in.
We must ensure that people have access to clean, safe, potable water, just like everybody else across this country. What you see here today is an investment of over $160,000. It includes all the pipes that you see here. We also have other accessories. We have a backup generator. We have the solar system. And we also have a booster pump.
The most difficult part that hinders development is the access of water. We have reduced significantly the amount of people that were deprived from accessing a basic need such as water.
I am elated, very happy to be here, receiving the system. I think everybody would be very happy, very happy.
When we call it, we have no water, no nothing. That's an empty spot, but it's home now. They have a pipe right out there, so it's still okay, just that we had to reach up to get the water. I cannot wait to have it reach to our door.
After opening the third Central American Men's Volleyball Final Four with 2 straight wins, Belize fell to Panama on Tuesday evening 3-2 in what was a close match from the start. Panama got their first win of the tournament. Belize was led by Ernest Edward Broster with 18 points. Despite the loss, Belize now advances to compete for the gold medal. That match is scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight against hosts Costa Rica, the big favorite. Belize stunned the Costa Rican side in the first game of the tournament in the first round, winning 3-2 on Sunday. The Loreto Pelayo Trio is once again hosting performances in Belize City, Camalote, and San Ignacio this week. They will be joined by Japanese jazz saxophonist Ray Kaneko, who will make his Belize debut along with the band. The first performance will be at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts in Belize City on Thursday at 7 p.m., followed by a performance at Espinosa Reggae Cafe in Belize City on Friday at 7 p.m. Then the band heads west for 2 performances on Saturday. First, the band will perform at Unique Restaurant in Camalote at 1 p.m. and later at Reina's Art Gallery and Cafe in San Ignacio at 7 p.m. Loreto encouraged more people to give jazz music a try, saying that it has a Caribbean flair and is not simply soft music that many people believe it to be.
I'm really excited to share that we're having several concerts this week with Ray Kaneko from Japan. It's really exciting being able to play this type of music with him. We'll be playing Thursday at the Bliss, Friday at Spooner's, and Friday we're going to Cayo Camalote at 1 p.m. and San Ignacio in the night. And it's just really exciting to be able to play this music with other people, especially having Ray here. And I feel like jazz is music that's loved by the entire world. So having him, someone from Japan being able to play with us, I think that'll be very cool, very exciting. I know a lot of people in Belize are also excited about that. A lot of people who just love, the Japanese people. So I really encourage everyone to come out because this isn't something that we get to hear every day. Even though our band plays around Belize a lot, it's my passion to bring these people from around the world to join us celebrating this music that I love a lot.
And then for those who are not aware about jazz music, especially Belize City, we have a reputation of liking more Caribbean music. And what would you tell them to get them to at least give it a try?
I feel like jazz a lot of times has the same energy as the Caribbean music that they love a lot. And even, a lot of the tunes we play, we'll be playing some classic Belizean tunes, and tunes with kind of that Caribbean feel. So I think if people think that jazz is just slow music or just mellow music, jazz is also very exciting, very energetic, very powerful. So I think that this is, and at the end of the day, we have to remember that jazz is black music from the United States. And it always has that soul and that energy and that strength and rigor of all the great black music like reggae or dancehall or soca. Jazz has that same energy and pulse. So I would encourage people to check it out and not just dismiss it as just slow music or mellow music.
Ray Kaneko is in Belize for the first time. He spoke about how he met Loreto and how he wants to help the jazz scene take off in Belize.
So I grew up in Japan, but I'm currently studying jazz music in the US, and I'm looking forward to play with Loreto. His great trio this coming weekend.
And then this is your first time coming here. How did the connection happen?
Yeah, this is my first time. And so I met him in Philadelphia 2 years ago, and we played one gig in Philly, and then he invited me to Belize this time. So I'm so excited to sharing the jazz music with this amazing audience. I have Belize doesn't have huge jazz scene, so I'm trying to share great music.
Is there a big jazz scene in Japan?
I think so, yeah. So I grew up in Tokyo, and then Tokyo has a lot of jazz clubs and there are like so many jazz musicians. So I think huge jazz scene.
This week, Ernestine Carballo released a new single in music titled Baila Conmigo. The new Latin flavor track features Daddy Flow, a Latin artist from Orange Walk. Ernestine today spoke about how this latest musical collaboration came about and what inspired the lyrics.
I would like to shout out to Daddy Flow in Orange Walk. He's a Latin artist that I met before, you know, the big tune forum. Big up to Miss Kim Vasquez and the entire team at ICA. He came to me and he said he have this rhythm. Big up to Wayne Jones, that also a Belizean, that there's this beautiful instrument and background music to match the song. And we meet up the big tune, and you know, he made me hear the song, and that he already had I believe it's Unlimited on it. And I said, all right then, well, I'll try something. And when I heard it, I was like, you know, it has to be something captivating. And the rhythm makes me feel like I had to do like something to welcome the people, the tourists, to our beautiful country, Belize. It makes you feel like that island vibe. So that was where I wrote around that. And I said, you know what, it have to be inviting and it has to be catchy at the same time. So I had to put in a little verse that has, let me take you to my island and show you where I'm from. Beautiful Belize by the Caribbean Sea, where the land is so free and the breeze blows so sweet. Come baila, baila with me. Baila, 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 baila conmigo.
The music video was shot in San Pedro and Burgers Key, which Ernestine said was the perfect backdrop for the Latin beat.
Well, the video, I said the most attractive destination where people go besides Placencia, Key Carker is San Pedro. So I said, you know what? I told What's Happening Belize me that big up to What's Happening. That's my very good friend, Everett K. Nunes. Let's go to San Pedro. At the time, I already have sponsors out there. So big up to the manager at Corona Del Mar, my bestie, Janine Lopez. And I also have Caribbean Sprinters. Big up to Adam and the whole crew. And I said, you know what, I gotta kill all the birds with one stone. So like how I'm already out there hosting karaoke at the Island Jungle, let me just use this time. And I pulled Daddy Flow and I said, Daddy Flow, make we go out and shoot this video. So we planned it, we planned the date. Big up to Jamer, DJ Jamer, for giving me the opportunity to shoot at the swing bar. That's up north, right? Secret Beach. So because I say I need a nice destination, I big up William as well, you know, from the Gillisport house. He's the one who sponsor the food. So you know, everything just came together. And you know, we rented the golf cart and we were on our way. We took 3 days shooting and then we had to go back out again another time. That is why it took a whole entire month to put the scenes together.
Since it's a single with a Latin flavor and features Daddy Flow from Orange Walk, we asked Ernestine if she expects Baila Conmigo to be a hit in September for Carnival in the North. Ernestine revealed that she has an upcoming September song dedicated to the North centered on unity.
All right, well, you know, it's around because we're losing so much of our loved ones. It's around unity and love for each other and cherishing life and cherishing our brother, cherishing our sister and loving each other. So around the vibe, I want to big up the General because I also have a single with him called Pack Your Things. Yes.
Right. So that the release yet, or that's
they done the out, but
okay.
It's just the audio that is out, and the visual is not out as yet, but they can hear the song on YouTube, Spotify, DistroKid, and Apple Music, as well as this one and my entire.
As part of efforts to develop an industrial strategy for Belize, officials from the Investment Policy and Compliance Unit of the Ministry of Investment participated in a week-long study tour in Japan from June 29 to July 3. The initiative was facilitated by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization. The participants were exposed to Japan's leading practices in sustainable industrial development and emerging blue and green economy industries, including its approach to biotechnology, seaweed cultivation and processing, aquaculture systems, biomass utilization, carbon sequestration, environmental technologies, investment promotion, and industrial policy implementation. Apart from government officials in agriculture, fisheries, and research, the team met with academics and entrepreneurs of innovative Japanese companies working in aquaculture, biotechnology, environmental solutions, and advanced marine technologies. And a Friday night anti-crime operation in Dangriga resulted in a major weapon seizure and the arrest of 6 local youth, all of whom have now been remanded to the Belize Central Prison. Acting on intelligence, police officers intercepted the group and recovered 2 9mm caliber pistols, alongside more than 50 live rounds of ammunition. Following the confiscation, the 6 suspects were formally processed and charged with multiple firearm and ammunition offenses. They were arraigned at the Dangriga Magistrates Court, where bail was denied. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.